Hey friends, it's Pastor Simon Schembri again. Welcome back to another one of our Faith Unfiltered series teachings. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about Easter. I want to take you on a bit of a journey through that heart of Easter. I want to talk to you about something that I believe we all long for, something we even pray for, something we desperately need in our lives, a Resurrection Sunday experience. But before we get into Sunday, we have to actually talk about Friday. Yes, and I'm talking about Good Friday. Let me ask you, are you believing for a miracle in your life? Are you hoping for a breakthrough in your health, in your marriage, your finances, your emotional or spiritual life? You want that Sunday morning joy, that resurrection moment, that he's alive kind of transformation. But friend, to have your Sunday, you must first go through Friday. Isaiah 53, 3-5 says it like this. It says, "He is despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we did not esteem him. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. And by his stripes we are healed." What a scripture. You know, Good Friday was brutal. It was betrayal. It was blood. It was loss. It was pain. Pain beyond words. And if we're totally honest, many of us have lived through a Friday of our own. You've lost something. You've been betrayed. You've buried a dream. Maybe you're right there right now. But I want to encourage you with this simple truth. You're not alone in your Friday. Jesus endured the worst possible Friday in history so that no matter what you walk through, you'll never walk through it alone. But here's what we often skip over in the Easter story: Saturday, that in-between place. Imagine what the disciples must have felt. They had walked with Jesus. They had hoped in Jesus. They believed that he was the one. And then he died. Luke 24:21 captures the heartbreak perfectly. But we were hoping that it was he who was going to redeem Israel, the scripture says. Can you hear the despair in that? Saturday was a day of confusion, a day of silence, a day of why God? Why me? Why now? Maybe you're in your Saturday right now. You've had your Friday, the loss happened, the betrayal came, the diagnosis hit, the relationship ended, and now there's just silence. You've prayed, but heaven seems quiet. You've cried, but there's no comfort yet. But let me tell you this, friend. Heaven may be silent, but it's absolutely never absent. God is always at work, even in the silence of Saturday. And then Sunday came. Matthew 28, 5-6 says it like this. "But the angel answered and said to the woman, 'Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said.'" Did you hear that? The word says, "as he said." He told them it would happen, but in the storm of Friday and the silence of Saturday, they just forgot. Does that sound familiar? Sometimes in our pain, we forget his promises, but Jesus rose. He conquered death, and with it, he conquered your pain, your loss, your brokenness. Romans 8:11 says this, "But if the spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through his spirit who dwells in you." That means Sunday is not just his story, it can be your story. That same resurrection power lives in you. If you're stuck in Friday or frozen in Saturday, hold on. I'm here to tell you, Sunday is coming. But if you're struggling to believe that, you want to believe, but the pain is just too real. The silence is too long. You're asking, Lord, help me. Believe me, I understand. I've been there. That's okay. You're in good company. You know, even one of Jesus' disciples, Thomas, struggled to believe this. But Jesus didn't condemn him. He actually drew him closer to him. Mark 9:24 gives us a powerful prayer. It says, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. Friend, if that's you today, pray that prayer and ask him to help your unbelief, because Jesus made you a promise. Mark 16:17, he says this, and these signs will follow those who believe. In my name they will cast out demons. They will speak with new tongues. Miracles still happen. Resurrection is still possible because our God is in the business of bringing dead things back to life. So let me just leave you with this. You may be living in a Friday world of pain. You may be stuck in a Saturday silence of confusion. But remember, Sunday is coming. Don't give up. Don't stop believing. Resurrection is not just a story in Scripture. It's a promise for your life. Lean into the risen Christ throughout all of the year, not just around Easter. Trust him through your Friday. Wait for him in your Saturday and rise with him in your Sunday. Now, if this message encouraged you, share it with someone who's in their Friday or Saturday. Remind them that Sunday is coming. Until next time, I'm Simon Schembri. God bless you, and we'll see you.